Alright, what's up guys? Marcus Miles checking in straight from my kitchen, and I've got an invitation on a new perspective, new to at least most people, on a common thing that I would say every individual has to deal with at one level or another, and that is problems in life. Okay? Everyone has problems, right? It doesn't matter how rich you are, how poor you are, where you are, financially, what ethnic group you're from, male, female, doesn't matter. You're gonna have problems, right? Well, I'd like to invite you to consider that all the problem is a negative judgment of a situation. Okay? And now I'm going to try and explain this through a story. 'Cause everyone loves fucking stories, right? Alright. So the background of my story is we have a village. This is way back in the day. Alright, it's just a local, not too big, not real small, just medium-sized village, maybe, 50, 100 people or so. And there's this older man, okay? This older man is kind of different to the other villagers. He's kind of a weirdo. He just kind of looks at life in a different perspective that most of the normal villagers don't understand, okay? And how we're going to start off is this older gentleman, he goes out and he buys this super nice saddle. I mean, like, month plus worth of his financial profit, saving up over time. Just super nice, real expensive, real leather, good stitching, just super nice saddle. And he puts the saddle on his best horse, his only horse actually. But his only horse is his best horse by default, right? So might as well look at it optimistically. So he puts his saddle on his very best horse and just kind of, goes by and goes to sleep that night. And he wakes up the next day to look out in his field for his prized horse, and it's gone. This only horse he has with his brand new prized, nice leather saddle is gone. And the villagers come up to him and it's like, man, I'm so sorry that had happened to you, especially right after you bought this new saddle. How unfortunate news, how bad news this is. And the old man looks at them and he says, well, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. And the villagers are just like, what? It's like, you just lost your only horse and the nice saddle you just bought. Of course it's bad news, but whatever, fucking weirdo. And, time goes on, and 2 days pass. And then the old man wakes up and looks out into his field, and there it is. His prized horse with his nice leather saddle. And it just so happens that this prized horse brought back a brand new wild horse as a new friend, and they're chilling in his little field. And the villagers come up to him and it's like, oh man, how fortunate you are. How great it is that your horse would come back not only with your saddle, but with another horse. And the old man's like, well, maybe it's fortunate, maybe it's not. The villagers are just kind of like, what the fuck? This weird old man, alright, whatever. And they go on about their business, and the old man has a son, okay? So over the next few days, the son is helping out with the horse, and the old man can't break this wild horse, so he has to have his younger son try and tame this horse. And while the young son is riding the horse, trying to tame this horse for him, he falls off, and he lands wrong and breaks his leg, okay? And the villagers hear about it, and they're like, oh man. They go up to the old man, like, this is so unfortunate. I'm so sorry and apologetic that your only son broke his leg trying to tame this new wild horse. And the old man's like, well, maybe it's unfortunate, maybe not. And the villagers, again, they're just like, man, what's fucking crazy old man, fucking weirdo, So they go on about their business and whatnot. And, 2-3 weeks come by, and his son's recovering, just things are going on like normal. And all of a sudden, some soldiers come in. And these soldiers are like, war's coming. We need to recruit all the young, healthy men that we can. So they gather up all the young, healthy men in the village. And the thing is, the farmer's son, the horse owner's son, he can't go. He has a broken leg. So time goes on and word comes back, a month or two in the future, that all the young men from this village that got recruited to go fight for the army were killed in battle. They were all together and every single one of them got killed. And the villagers go up to the man and it's like, how fortunate you are that your son had a broken leg. That your son didn't get put off to death like our sons. I think the moral of this story is to never judge a situation off of what is going on in the current moment. Because you will never know the future repercussions of an event. Okay, yeah, at face value, breaking your leg sucks, right? But it saved this man's son's life. Losing your brand new saddle sucks. But in retrospect, looking back, it earned you a brand new horse that, after a series of events, literally saved your son's life. So you can never judge a situation off of the now, because like I just said, you can never know the future repercussions of a current event. Okay, so another example of this is like, say you're a husband and you have a family and kids, and you walk in to find your wife cheating on you. Okay, obviously, logically, terrible situation, right? Like, who wants that to happen? No man does, of course. So you go through the divorce process. You go, man, my cats, y'all over the place. You go through the process, you do y'all's thing, divorce, custody battles, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, man, this is such a big problem. My life is ruined. But I would invite you to challenge that belief, because 6 months later, that man could find a new woman who's even better for him and makes him even happier than the last wife he has, and is hopefully more faithful. That's just another example. I mean, we can make examples all day. Like, say someone you're driving down the freeway on your way to work, and someone cuts you off. You can sit there, lay on your horn, honk, 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 you motherfucker, fuck you, blah, 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 and get all worked up about it, and then get to work and complain to all your friends like, man, this dude cut me off, man, I almost hit him, blah, 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 all emotional, all worked up, all negative, and just completely throw off your day. Or you can sit there, be driving, dude can pull you off, you can react to the situation without placing a negative judgment on it, and just simply press your brakes. And then just go on about your day. No negative connotation to the event, no problem arisen from the event. You just react to what is real, to the event that happened, and simply go about your day. You see the power in not placing negative judgments on things, on how freeing it is. And on another note, just fucking rant. If you let another person control your emotions, to control your emotional mind state, to piss you off or to upset you, what does that make you? It makes you a slave to them. Think about this. You are literally foregoing your emotional control into the hands of another individual. How silly is that, man? How silly is that? So, I would like to invite you to consider that there are no problems in life. Problems only arise when you put a negative judgment on a situation. Instead of acting like something is a problem, just accept the reality of the moment and deal with it accordingly. And I'd like to leave y'all on this quote. The only problem you have in life is the fact that you think you have one. That's it. Merc out.